Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to do kind of a little bit of a, it's not an unplanned video, but it's just something that I've really been thinking about a lot today. And for the past couple days or so, I guess that it's not necessarily that I've been kind of down. I mean, I sort of have, but I don't know, that's not making any sense. Basically, I want to talk about why I regret moving to LA. Now, it's not that I fully and wholly regret coming here. I have learned a lot. It's been such an amazing experience, and it still is an amazing experience. But I want to talk about some of the things that are very real to me, and I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just gonna kind of get right into it because I'm mostly making this video so that I can talk about the things that I've gone through while I've been here, and the things that I feel like have changed me personally. But I'm hoping that it can help some of you guys, because this isn't like all the rest of my moving to LA videos where I'm talking about how great it is, I'm talking about what you need to do, how much it costs, blah, 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 blah. This is more of like, this is how things have changed me and my perspective of everything. And yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it because clearly explaining it is not going well. One of the things that I feel like has brought a lot of stress to me from living here is the fact that everything seems like such a competition. Like everyone that you look at is doing something that feels or seems like it's better than what you're doing. So it's always like, why am I not good enough? Or like, why are the things that I'm doing not enough? Like you always feel like you're striving to be this like better version of yourself, and then when you get to where you want it to be, there's always someone above that level. And it just makes you, sometimes it drives you, which is good, but it also makes you feel like everything that you've accomplished doesn't mean anything until you're higher up and higher up and higher up. And that can just be so detrimental when it comes to your self-confidence. And I know that that's really been something that I feel like I don't focus on very much, but it does affect me. Like I try not to focus on everyone else. I try to keep on my own path, do the things that I feel that I'm supposed to be doing, but also it's all around you. Like you literally see these cars and these houses out here and these people that are just like in theory doing way better than you are, and you're like, why, how am I messing up life? Like everything seems to be going so smoothly, like they have all this money, like they're doing all these crazy things, they're in these movies. Like it seems like everyone that you come across has this like very clear vision of what their dream is or what they're doing. And if you're not on that path, or you don't know what your path is yet, then it's kind of disheartening because it feels like you're the one that's doing something wrong, especially when there are people that are so much younger than you out here like accomplishing so many things, and like you just feel like you're behind. And it's so easy to feel behind here because everything just feels like such a competition, and that can be so stressful. I feel like I don't stop ever to think like, oh, I'm proud of myself for where I've gotten. And I have gone a long way from the person that I was when I moved here almost 3 years ago. But I feel like I don't ever look at that because I'm always trying to be the next thing, or I'm always trying to be as good as the next person, or I don't know, it's always something. The other thing is, a lot of things out here are very intimidating. First of all, even getting anywhere out here is intimidating because trying to drive in the LA traffic, you're trying to get around all these places that are crowded. Like I feel like it takes a toll on you, and it makes you want to stay in the house sometimes. And I feel like I miss out of things because I don't want to be in a crowd at the moment. The other thing that's intimidating too are sometimes the people here, and I don't mean that in like a mean and scary way. I mean that as in like if you go to like a club in Hollywood and you see all these people and you're like, man, they're so like dressed up, they look so perfect, they've had a lot of times, I'm not saying everyone, but they've had like these surgeries done and they look like Instagram models, they look like perfect, and you're sitting here like, oh, I feel like I look like just the regular girl from Michigan. And sometimes that can be intimidating. Sometimes it can like weigh on your self-esteem. And I don't think, I mean, I've been self-conscious before back home, but like I don't think that I've ever been in a situation where I so consistently question the way that I look. And if I don't leave the house in something that I'm absolutely amazingly confident in, that makes me feel like I look so good, then the whole day I just feel like I don't have any confidence at all. And that's because there's a lot of good looking people out here, and it can be really intimidating. And obviously it's not other people's fault for being good looking. Like you have to find within yourself the confidence that you have. And I'm of course still learning to do that, but I feel like I'm a lot better at that now than I was when I first got here, or even within the last couple months. I feel like I've done better with that because I feel more confident in who I am. I like being different. Also, being bald is kind of hard sometimes too, because you see all these girls and they look so like nice and so pretty, and then like you're like, oh, like I wonder if anybody's looking at me like, oh, like she's just the bald girl, like she doesn't look as good as us, like she doesn't like look as good as those girls. Like I don't know, that could just be like me thinking that. Obviously hair doesn't have anything to do with anything, but I don't know, it can make you a little bit self-conscious. But also I do feel like I look cool bald. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of good looking people here, and it can take a hit on your self-esteem pretty quickly, and you're gonna want to feel like, I'm not gonna say you're gonna feel like, but I've felt like, oh well, I see these people getting this surgery or that surgery, and before I've never wanted to change anything about myself, like other than things that are just like easy, like piercing my ears or something like that, that's like not invasive. But back home, like I've never wanted to change anything about like my body or anything about my face, and like now that I've been here, like there's so many things that I've considered because I see other people with them, and I just feel like they look like, okay, do you hear that airplane? I'm sorry, but I feel like the girls that I see here just have all these enhancements, and they just have, I don't know, it's just, sometimes it just seems better, even though I know that the best thing is to be confident in who you are and to do things because you want them. If you want to have surgery, then you have surgery, but don't want it because somebody else has it and you want to be at the status that they are. And I feel like it's hard to get, I feel like it's easy to get caught up in that and not want things for what you actually want, but to want things to be more like other people. Honestly, this is like one of the biggest ones, but I feel like being here has so much distorted my vision of what money is. Like if you guys have seen like Wolf of Wall Street, like, you know, like, and it's always like a meme too, like it's a picture of like him like throwing money off the boat, like fun coupons. Like I feel like that's how everyone treats money here. Like, and I know that some people just have a lot, which is great, but also like people that are just doing okay. Like people spend money like crazy here. I do that too sometimes. And like I feel like I never would have done that back home. Like those are things that I never really had too much of an interest in back home, I guess. But just seeing the way that people spend money, or like the way that you spend money if you're here, like it's crazy. Like I feel like just it distorts your image of money so much. Like it's crazy, and I don't really know how to explain that one very well, but yeah, there's that. Honestly, this one is the thing that I feel has changed me the most, and I feel like people here and people that come here and adapt to the things here are now always looking for the next best thing. And what I mean by that is, if you are hanging out with a group of friends and someone from that group of friends finds friends of a higher status to hang out with instead of you, then a lot of times they just leave to go be with those people and to make friends with them rather than being with you, because you're down here and those other people are up here. And I feel like that works the same way out here with relationships. Like if one person is with someone who has this much, then they're always looking for someone who has this much. Just because there's so much out here, there's so much money, there's so much fame, there's so many things to do. There's so many exclusive things to go to, that someone's always looking to level their life up that much more. And whether that means choosing sides when it comes to two people that are their friend, a lot of people would just choose the one that has more, or choose the one that's at a higher status, rather than someone who is more of a quality person. And I feel like people are, hey, the term is clout chasers, I guess. So it feels odd saying that in like a serious conversation, like clout chasers. But that's kind of what it is. Like they want the clout, they want what LA is all about. They want to have the best life possible. They want to do the most exclusive things, have the most money, be around the people with the most money. And it can be really challenging, because you feel like you start to get to know people, you feel like you start to become friends with people, and then you see that they're kind of like just looking to kind of step one more above you. Hi baby, look, my doggy here. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, all right, so now that I broke up that serious conversation, basically I feel like I was starting to fall into that too. And I could tell that I'm not trying to play right now. I'm trying to record a serious video. Don't you care about my regrets? Gosh. But anyway, I could feel myself kind of slipping into that. And one thing that I started doing, I feel like I became like more shallow, and I started like, normally I would not talk about people behind their backs like ever, because I just don't feel like it's right. But then all of a sudden, like, my friends that seemed cooler than me were doing it, so I started doing it too. And this is a group of friends that I don't have anymore, but like back then when I did have them, that I was starting to fall into those things too. And it just seemed like everyone was only looking for people who were cooler or better, and you wanted to hang out with them and you wanted to be cool with them, so you started acting like they do, and it just tears apart who you actually are. So I feel like it's so easy to compromise your morals out here just because you want to have experiences that you feel like you wouldn't have otherwise. Now, I don't have that same group of friends anymore. I have a whole different group of friends who are amazing, and I love them so much. Such good people. And if any of you guys are watching this, hi guys. But a lot of my friends now are just so amazing, and it's made a world of difference. So obviously who you're around is going to make the difference. But whenever I explain things like this to someone, they're like, oh, that's how LA is. That's how it is. And people are shallow. People are always looking for the next best thing. People are flaky. Like, it's just how it is here for most people. And when you find a really good group of people, that's amazing. But I feel like it's so easy to compromise your morals, like compromise what you feel like is right and wrong. And then it gets to a point where at least I felt lost as to what was right and wrong. And I feel like I made a lot of mistakes, and I feel like I hurt a lot of people because I had lost like what I felt was right and wrong, which before moving here I never would have expected to do that, you know. And I'm sorry, I'm like getting a little bit emotional, but one other thing too is I do miss like being around family, being able to drive to someone's house, like when you have a bad day, like being able to go to your mom's house or your grandma's house like very easily, your dad's house. Like, it's something different about being close, because I went through some experiences here that I'll share one day, but I have gotten to a point of being very paranoid when it comes to safety, and I am not in any like near danger, and it's something that is past. But also sometimes when you feel like those emotions are getting to you, or you feel like those fears are getting to you, it's nice to have someone to go to. And being so far away from family is hard sometimes, because even though you have your friends, you don't want to always have to rely on them to pick you up after you feel a certain way. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of want to end on a light note. Sorry that I got like all emotional and stuff. I just honestly and truly hope that like some of the things that I say can help certain people, because I feel like when you open up, there's always someone going through the same thing. So yeah, that's how I feel. But to end on a lighter note and a brighter note, I have also loved being here. I've had so many experiences that I never would have had back home, and those have honestly changed me too. I feel like I have grown so much from the person that moved out here almost 3 years ago. I feel like I've changed so much. I've been through a lot, and now I'm a very happy Kate. So I think that that is part of life, and I feel like if I wouldn't have moved here, I feel like my life would have been missing something. So that's why I regret moving to LA, and also why I don't really regret moving to LA. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos that are hopefully a lot happier than this. Usually I joke around and I try to be funny, but today I feel like it was just something I needed to get off my chest and something that I wanted to talk about. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram too if you want to. I show a lot of my life here. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye guys.